Hey everyone out there, this is Tony Daly, and I want to go over. I had a request for an analysis of the upcoming Google earnings, which is going to be this Thursday, I believe, after market, right before expiration Friday. I could be wrong on that, but looking at the first thing I do is I'm taking a look at the chart, and I'm looking at its all-time high is up around 928, and then we've had an interim high here about 905. So I'm looking at 905 and 928 on the downside. We've got pretty good support here at 850, and we've got quite a bit of space below for it to fall below 850. But this seems to be a pretty good area here. We have a divergence on the momentum indicator. Here we have basically a double bottom, if you will, almost. And over here we've got a higher low on the momentum indicator. That's indicating to me that we have a divergence to the upside. And if we look at the 1 hour chart, we have a flag pattern being built right here on the 1 hour chart. So this very well could resolve to the upside also. Of course, that's in the short term, but if I were looking at potential plays for earnings, I came up with a couple that I'm looking at right now. So actually have three of them set up right here. The first one is a butterfly, uh, which was requested to take a look at, which has this strikes at. Now, first of all, the market maker move right now is 31 points. I think the market maker move for earnings is going to be closer to 36, based on these implied right here and a 41, and we could actually have vol increase going up a couple of points into earnings. So these numbers are going to change. But jumping ahead and getting ahead of the curve and taking a look, I'm looking at this butterfly here, which is 890, 910, and 930 strikes for a 270 debit. And taking a look at that on the risk profile on that, basically that one could make it could make a fair amount of money. My take on butterflies is it's a fairly low probability trade, and kind of look at it like a lottery ticket that you invest a little to potentially make a lot. Um, I do use them. I use them as part of a spec portfolio, very small positions, and if they hit, they hit. If they don't, they're okay. But it's certainly not a bread and butter play, and not one that I hang my hat on. But they are valid. Getting back to look at another position. Another one I looked at was an iron condor. And the iron condor, the short strikes that I'm looking at is 920 on the upside and 830 on the downside for a credit of 357. So 920 and 830. So 920 puts us up in this area here, and 830 puts us in this area down here, well beyond the market maker move and beyond what seems to be pretty strong support and resistance levels. So I would be fairly comfortable putting on a trade like that. The risk reward is we've got 15 wide. We're 15 wide on the wings, and we did collect 20%. So I when I put these on, I want to collect at least 20%. Better, I'd like to collect a third, which is sometimes not possible when you have something so close to a binary event like earnings. But this is definitely a trade that I am strongly considering. The risk curve on this one will look like that right now, and we have our break evens set out here at 924 and 826. So we've got a lot of room. We've got a lot of room to play with over here. So this is definitely a trade that I would consider. And again, even if it were to go over because it expires tomorrow, you could quite easily roll this trade, and we're only doing one contract, and you could roll this trade, and you could work towards any sort of risk that you have to the upside. The final trade I want to look at is the trade that I taught in our meeting, which was basically the broken, I'm going to call it the broken wing iron condor, where we are looking at the 910, 915 call spread. Let's go back to the charts, and our call spread is 910 and 915 on the upside, which is beyond the short-term resistance, but we're also going to finance it with a short put, and the short put we're going to put down way down at 830. Now, if you recall, my criteria was to we're collecting a 90-cent credit, which basically means that I want to be able to collect enough credit to cover any upside risk, which means we need to collect $4.10 on the downside, and the 830 actually does that. So basically we are going to collect $500 per contract on this, and again, we're only doing one. We will have absolutely no risk to the upside at all. As I said, even though we're going right here, because we have a $5 spread, we're collecting $5. So should this thing blow through the top, it could go to 1,000, but we basically will not have any upside risk because we have collected the total width of the call strike. We do have risk to the downside below 830, but again, something like that you could always roll, you could cover, and that's just basically the inherent risk of options. But it's a 40-point move right now. Again, these strikes would be looked at, but as far as earnings plays, these are some of my favorites. I certainly wouldn't be buying premium into this because the volatility crush, and I think statistics show that it's very, very difficult. You almost need like a 2 to 3 sigma move to make any kind of money at all on a long premium strategy. So that's about it. Again, we are coming up on earnings, and it's earnings season, and I love earnings season. And again, the three trades is we have the what I call the lottery ticket butterfly. We've got an iron condor, which is a credit of 357. And again, if we look at the 920 and the 830 strike, let's take a look. The 830 strike is a 81%, so it's we have a delta of 17 on that, so that's an 80. So that's a fairly high probability. And the 930 is, we're over at 10 deltas. So this is 17 and 10. This is 27 delta, and I think it's reasonable, and it's certainly something I'm going to be looking at. And we might do an update on Thursday, right before earnings in the afternoon. Stay tuned and be sure to look at that, and we'll look at the actual trades that I'm going to put on, and then we'll take a look again on Friday and see how we did. Good trading. Hope this helps, and look forward to seeing what's going on and to a profitable earnings season. This is my fun time. We'll talk soon. Bye.